Welcome to a podcast about movies. My name is Luis.
My name is Drew.
Dang, no one want to say
Bro,
that.
drinking my Coke Zero.
God, my name is Matt Harvey, and we got us a dang good show.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, Matt?
We got us a good show. We're going to be talking about the top movies of 2018. Top movies of 2018. It's going to be a good time.
You know what's crazy, Matt?
No.
I'm thinking of 2018 right now.
We're not going to the future or the past, right? We're still in 2024. What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
I was so bad. All right.
That was bad. All right, we're starting a series. Luis,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut off your
No, you're
2018
good.
reflection of your life when you were whatever.
Well, I was just talking about like how me and Matt were in high school in 2018. You were still in, or me and Matt were in college in
college.
2018.
I was in high school. I was a freshman.
You were a freshman?
Yeah.
Man, I'm old.
You're so young, bro.
I was a sophomore
Gosh, you're a
in
baby.
college when that happened.
Man, but we want to start a new series where we're gonna go through just random years.
You sound like you're about to
Give a sermon.
serve it, and you're about to.
Hey, we're on a new series. No, we're gonna go through different years of movies and rate our top 5 from that year.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, 2018.
Yep.
Yeah. What were y'all doing in 2018?
Sophomore in college, was working at Quick Trip.
For real?
Yeah, I was failing
I
classes.
didn't know you worked at Crit Trip.
I was failing classes at that time.
The one right here.
Yeah, I was still at TCC, the community college. That's what I was doing in 2018.
This would have been my first year at Jackson State University from transferring from the University of Tulsa. Yeah. So
What were you doing in 2018, Drew?
High school freshman.
were you getting bullied?
Yeah. I moved to Indiana, and I hated everything. So shout out Indiana.
You mean Ohio?
No, Indiana.
All right.
Ohio.
Drew, since you're the one that came up with this whole series, I think it's best that you started off.
Lead the way.
Thanks,
You're not-
Luis.
You
Lead the
started
way,
off
buddy.
with your number 5.
My number 5 of the year 2018, Bohemian Rhapsody. The movie about Queen,
Mhm.
their story.
Yeah.
Rami Malek does an incredible job. He won the Oscar for this, playing Freddie Mercury. People hate on this movie, and I don't get it. I think it paints the picture of Queen very well. You appreciate their music. I think they did what Bob Marley couldn't do.
Stop disrespecting Bob Marley.
I did
so
not
much.
like that movie.
Stop disrespecting Bob Marley.
But they showed us where songs came from, why they did what they did, and it was great. I loved it. That's my number 5.
Okay.
Ugh.
That was me. My number 5, Crazy Rich Asians.
Ooh,
At my
like that
number
movie.
5.
like
I love
movie.
that rom-com movie. I actually watched it for the first time last year, and so I didn't watch it in 2018. But there's some movies that are on this list that we didn't watch in 2018. We waited a few years.
Yeah,
For
we're-
sure.
Yeah, we're talking about like
Yeah,
they
we're
released
talking,
that year.
Yep. And so Crazy Rich Asians was one of them, and I really enjoyed that movie. Someone recommended it, watched it, and I loved it. Yeah.
I like that take. My number 5 is going to be Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington.
Come on.
I love the Equalizer series. The weakest one will probably be number 3. But the first 2 were amazing. I love the first 2 Equalizers. It was pretty cool because they brought the kid from Moonlight, who killed it, won a bunch of awards. And so, I don't know. Just overall, the cast is stacked for the second one. You got Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington. Like I
Pedro
said, that
Pascal's in that movie.
kid. Yes, he's the villain.
We were so hype about 3 is because we saw Dakota Fanning. And we're like, dang, maybe they're going to, I don't know.
Some type of connection between Man on Fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they
It would have been dope if they would
Man,
have.
yeah.
Who's Dakota Fanning again?
She's been.
She's been in a lot of movies. When she was
and-
younger, though, she was more of a.
She was one
child
of the villains
actress.
in Twilight. She
was in Twilight, wasn't she?
She was in Man on Fire. What else was she in as a kid? She was in a bunch of
She
movies.
was. She's
as
a
little
child
kid.
actress though, and so that's why you should know who she is.
It
but-
is nice. I will say it is very nice to have her back acting because she's doing a horror movie.
She's in
right
Once
now.
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
She was in that.
Yeah, Drew, look, this one. I don't know who she played. but that's what it says.
She was incredible as a kid acting. So,
She was Squeaky.
yeah.
Who's Squeaky? We've never seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Drew gets mad at us about that.
Yeah.
Squeaky.
It's all good. Anyway,
She was in Cat in the Hat.
she was.
That underrated movie.
Yes, bro.
All right, Drew. What's your number 4, bro?
My number 4. I
Number
talked
5.
about it.
Oh, number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Talked about it in our most underrated movies, A Quiet Place. That's my number 4. I remember this theater experience. I'm sure y'all do too. It was a one of a kind experience. You're like, there's never been a movie like this where most of it is quiet. And boy, I hope the dude next to me enjoyed his Sour Patch watermelons. Because
Because it was like,
it took him 30 minutes to get it open. First of all, he's like, and then I heard every chew. So
Me and Jamesia had the worst experience when we saw Civil War of the dudes next to us eating loud and doing that the whole time too, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, why are you even here? Anyway,
just get yourself a bunch of crunch, and it's just way easier.
yes.
Right?
Bunch of Crunch. Oh man.
That's who should sponsor us, Drew.
Hey, I
Bunch of
will
Crunch.
gladly. Bunch of Crunch. Come find us, please.
When I saw Civil War, I just ate a fire meal. Went to Cava. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna get a snack. And then that bunch of crunch looked me right in the eye. And I was like, and then that red icy. I was like, oh.
Man. My number
Nice.
4, which was also on my underrated, Ready Player One. Steven Spielberg did a great job in it. I'm telling you, I think it's just
That's my number 21 of that year.
stop, bro. Like that movie just goes hard. Just the nostalgic of it, just the way the concept of it, all of it, just is just incredible.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not explaining more. Like
No, you good, bro. You good. Number 4, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Number 4. Okay.
Yes, it's at number 4.
I wonder what you have before it.
I'll explain.
Okay.
Honestly, this started a crazy experience of experiencing Spider-Man in a new way for the world. Nobody expected this movie to be what it was and how creative it was. And then for the second one to even go further than that was insane. I literally think if it was... people don't compare it because they say, well, these were real Spider-Mans versus an animated one. But this is the greatest Spider-Man of all time, to me.
Wow.
Just
2 movies does that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It does. So I love it. I love it. My number 4.
Yeah. Wow. We're on 3 now?
Yeah,
That's
3.
my number 3.
Nice.
So, Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I saw this in, the worst theater, because I moved to Indiana. I saw this in a little theater. It was so trash. The seats were like, they looked like someone knifed through them and like torn apart. I was the only one in the theater. It was like opening night too.
Mm-hmm.
And that ruined the experience, but I went to go see it again. I was like, okay, it's goated. But number 3, Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. My number 3, mid 90s. I think it was a forgotten film that year, but it was a great one. I think it really showed the true aspect of what a person that age. I think it was 8th grader.
Jonah Hill directed that.
Yeah,
right?
Jonah Hill directed.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Was that his first film he ever did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
But it's a great film. I think it's just like one of the realest films I've seen in a while. Which is another movie that came out that year that I'll that's in my honorable mentions. But like it just talks about like the real stuff that those kids go through and just like who they hang around with, and
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you'll know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, mid 90s is my number 3.
824. Okay.
A24 is hitting.
You haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's a good movie. He's a skateboarder kid. Hangs out with the skateboarders. It's really good.
Dope.
I didn't grow up in the 90s, but like people who did, like they say it was a good movie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 3, to be fair, I did not see this in theaters, and I so badly wish I did, because I loved it. We had a great time watching it. Me and Demesia watched it together. A Star is Born.
There we go.
Bradley Cooper directed it and acted in it. And all ends of the movie, you're just like, bro, this is incredible. Lady Gaga, I mean, nobody expected her to act the way that she did in this, and it opened the door for her for, I mean, so many other roles that she's killed too. I love this movie. It's a great movie. Probably one of my top romantic movies of all time.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
Tell me something, girl.
You know, I still have never seen that movie.
Bro,
It's a must.
It-
Sit down with
honestly-
Maddie. Watch it.
honestly, it puts Crazy Rich Asians to shame.
Well, it's not the same.
But it's not the same.
category.
It is romance, but it's not
It's
the.
romance, but I don't know, bro. Like,
I love it, bro. It's in my top 50.
yeah.
So the reason I know about this movie is like the whole concept is because I wanted to make a movie and I was giving someone like the details of what the movie was about, and they said that's literally A Star Is Born. And I was like, oh really? I've never seen it. But yeah. My number 2, you guys already said it, Into the Spider-Verse. I really love this movie.
I think we all
enjoyed it.
got the same number 1.
We all have the same number 1. I really enjoyed the movie, and I just love where this trilogy's going. I just can't wait till next year when, what is it? What would it be? What's it called?
It's called Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yeah. And I can't wait for that one to come out. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse, my number 2.
My number 2, Quiet Place.
Ooh.
Again, the reason this is high as it is on the list is because of my movie theater experience. I've never been in a movie theater where it was as silent as it was in the theater, and like everybody, like, you don't even want to chew your popcorn because
I know.
that's how quiet it was.
Snack sales went down that week.
Right. And I don't know, just it was a whole different type of horror that we've never experienced before. I love it. It's my number 2.
Honorable mentions. Green Book. It won Best Picture that year.
Marshala Ali.
Yeah, I like that movie. Some people think that it didn't deserve it, which I think A Star Is Born should have won it, but that's fine. Mission Impossible Fallout. The best Mission Impossible. You can argue that. Hereditary. This movie genuinely scared me.
Again, I still haven't watched it.
Genuinely, I was afraid.
My brother said it's very good though.
I was scared.
Okay.
This would put A24 on the map too.
Being a pastor, I wouldn't tell you to watch it.
Yeah.
When I watched it, it was before I got saved. And I will say this, like, I've, even not believing in God at the time, this movie disturbed me. Okay, you watch Annabelle, The Conjuring, there's good Insidious, there's good jump scares, and you know it makes you, like, you know, look twice in the corner when the lights are off. But this movie genuinely disturbed me for weeks, and I could not explain why.
Yeah.
And I just I have never felt that disturbed in my life, and so
Me too.
for a movie to do that, I guess you can say it is really good, but it is so demonic it's not even funny. Like, it is just off the charts. But yes, this movie did put A24 on the maps and everything for sure.
For me, that movie, that's what Midsommar did to me.
Same. Both of them. Yes.
I couldn't like it. I didn't even like it to where I was like, because it just disturbed me. But Hereditary scared me. And then, yeah. Luis?
Did you have another 3 or would you just had 2?
I had 3.
You said Mission Impossible, Hereditary, and what else?
Green Book.
Green Book. Okay, yeah. Mine is, like I said, mid-90s was like the most real for a movie like that, but I think Beautiful Boy was also another one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I
I
love
haven't
Beautiful
seen
Boy.
It is a
Again,
really good
I
one.
think this is why Timothée Chalamet is getting up to my top 5 actors.
He's in mine.
Yeah. Instant Family. I just really enjoy that movie.
Instant
I
Family's
can watch
incredible.
that movie over and over again. And then underrated came out this year. Bird Box. I enjoyed Bird Box more than most people.
Bird Box is in my honorable mention too.
I enjoyed it.
So overhyped. Though.
No,
I don't think it was overhyped.
The
It was a
hype
Netflix.
was like so big though. Like
Okay,
everyone was like,
okay.
very back.
Think about Netflix films though. This was like
not good.
this was one of the first really really good ones that you're like, one, it's Sandra Bullock. Two, I mean, in terms of the time, like you were just like, eh. But I remember
That's a good
watching this
point.
movie with family, and we were all on the edge of our seats, like,
I-
don't do it, don't open your eyes.
I
don't
think
be
what happened.
stupid."
I think what happened is this movie came out in 2018. People didn't really watch it. Then 2020 happened, COVID, and that's when this movie got popular too.
yeah,
When COVID happened, because it was the whole COVID. This goes with COVID kind of thing.
yeah.
They were like, "Oh, this conspiracy theory, all this kind of stuff."
I remember watching it for the first time, and I loved it.
I did too.
But Bird Box is in mine. Creed 2, which is my favorite Creed out of the trilogy, by far. When he fought Ivan Drago's son. Incredible movie experience. We watched it in theaters. And then Black Panther. I do have opinions about Black Panther. I do think in the MCU, maybe it was overhyped compared to other films, but incredible origin story.
Soundtrack was fire.
Incredible origin story. Score was fire. Soundtrack
Kendrick
was fire.
Lamar's album.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to go to, they just won and hit it on the head.
Mm-hmm. Bro, in my theater, I had like some drumming before the movie. There's a group of like, I don't know, African dancers, and like they had big drums and they were playing like songs and stuff. It was really cool.
Mhm.
That's fire.
You're
Where was this at?
Cinemark.
Mansfield.
Really?
Yeah.
I was here. I don't know. Your favorite Disney princess movies on here in 2018,
Tangled's not in 2018.
or one of your favorite Disney princess movies? Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
No, that's the sequel.
Oh.
That's the sequel, Ralph, of Wreck-It
Bro,
Ralph.
I'm looking at and your favorite Transformers movie, Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's not my top.
Incredibles 2 came out that year. There's a
Yeah.
lot of movies that came out that year that you
Deadpool
forget.
2.
I'm not gonna lie. That is so bad. You like Bumblebee, bro.
It's a good movie.
I don't even know if I could.
It's.
Did you know they make fun of her because of that movie?
Haley Steinfeld?
Yes.
No.
They literally made fun of her for
Haley
that movie.
Steinfeld's great. You know what else came out in 2018?
What?
The Meg.
I told y'all to put it in your honorable mention. Y'all didn't do
I
it.
don't like The Meg. We make fun of it.
It still should be in there if you watch it.
I will say 2018 is home to one of the worst movies of all time. Holmes and Watson.
What?
I haven't seen
Never
it.
heard of it.
The Will Ferrell comedy.
Never.
Never
heard
have heard of it.
Watched it Christmas Day. We were like, what in God's name?
Halloween came out that year, and that was a
Yeah,
great.
that was a good
That was a
one.
good Halloween.
That was a good
I really
movie.
enjoyed that Halloween.
So yeah.
But our number
Our
one.
number one.
3, 2, 1. Infinity.
Avengers.
Oh,
Infinity War.
I was just gonna say Infinity War.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say
Shut
the
The-
bag.
the
Nah, Infinity War. Do we really have to explain this one?
No.
I feel like we've talked about it so many times.
Infinity
Yeah.
War's been talked about so much, but it's our favorite just because of the experience too with it.
And it's also a freaking great movie.
It was a great movie.
The greatest movie experience
Mhm.
of all time.
Yep.
I wouldn't say that just because Endgame gave me an experience that was different because everyone was like, oh, when everybody started coming back. And you
Yeah.
had people who you didn't even know were coming back in the movie.
But for me, I got Endgame spoiled the night before I saw it.
Same, bro.
But Infinity War, I
Oh
didn't
my
have
goodness.
any.
We watched it
spoiled.
opening night, so I didn't get it spoiled for me.
Yeah, I did too. But even the day before, like
People
I
were
saw
speaking
Iron-
it.
I saw Iron Man's
People
death.
said Iron Man died, and you're like,
Okay, but I think a lot of
hated
people knew.
Twitter so bad that day. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Infinity War is a great movie. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing?
People, America, they've watched it.
They've watched it.
America.
We're not talking
America,
about them.
y'all watched it.
America.
It is the best MCU movie out there for sure.
Easy, hands down.
2018, great year for superheroes.
Great year, amazing year.
So yeah, this will be a fun little series.
Yeah,
Get a reflect on.
yeah, they're
this
very
past.
they're kind of shortish, kind of. I don't know. They are. We don't know how long we're recording for right now. Probably like 25 minutes. I'm gonna guess. Am I right?
I can't see.
No. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this series or for this episode of 2018 movies. Next, I don't know. We'll maybe go to the 1993. I don't know.
Or just go freaking crazy and go to freaking 1954.
Anywho,
The Apartment came out that year. My favorite
right.
rom-com.
y'all have a good week. Enjoy your drive at work or to work.
Have a great day at work today. If it's in the morning.
And we want to hear what you have to say.
Yes.
So leave your top movies in 2018 in the comments below.
Or if 2018 brings some trauma,
Mm.
some hurt,
Mm.
just turn off the episode. But the episode's already over if you're listening to this, so I'm sorry.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day. Is that how it goes?
All
Yeah,
right.
Free guy.
All right. We'll see you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Payphone, whistle, boyfriend, Justin Bieber.